So this is Sai Pallavi. She's playing goddess Sita in the upcoming Ramayana. And ever since the trailer dropped, the internet is doing what it does best. Acting like that one uncle who gets annoyed at a wedding no matter what. The drama this time, her blouse. Yes, you heard me right. People are actually debating whether a stitched blouse belonged in that era or not. But here's what I find fascinating. This isn't the first time we have fought over Sita's wardrobe. Remember Adipurush? Back then, Kriti Sanon got dragged for looking too modern. Everyone questioned the draping, the styling, and the authenticity. Fast forward to today, and Sai Pallavi is catching heat for the exact opposite reason. Stitch blouse, problem. Minimal drape, also a problem. It really makes you think. Sita suffered then, and she's still suffering now. And what does the internet actually think the correct Sita is supposed to look like? While everyone is stressing over Sita's blouse, Surpanakha is out here in an Antriya-inspired drape. Now this drape is with minimal upper body covering, which is actually closer to what historians imagine ancient Indian clothing to look like. The contrast is loud. For decades, cinema has dressed the good woman differently from the antagonist. The ideal heroine gets covered up, while the woman meant to tempt or disrupt gets to show more skin. I'm not saying that filmmakers did this on purpose, but honestly, this shows how conditioned we are to this visual design. We barely even notice it anymore. Crazy, right? Also, if you're going to grade Ramayana on historical accuracy, let's keep the same energy everywhere. What about the armor? The massive weapons? Were those even around back then? It's giving 2004's Troy, where historians didn't argue about whether metal existed, but whether the shields actually matched the late Bronze era. And here's where the conversation gets messy. We are talking about mythology, not a historical documentary. There isn't just one Ramayana. There are over 300 versions across India and Southeast Asia. Even Surpanakha's description changes depending on who's telling the story. Sometimes she's terrifying from the start. Other times she's absolutely beautiful before the shape-shifting. And every time someone comments,
"This is what Sita should wear,"
I have to ask, according to which Ramayana? Maybe the real question isn't whether this movie is historically flawless. Maybe we forgot that these stories were always meant to evolve. Every generation imagined its own Ram, its own Sita, even its own Lanka. Mythology has never belonged to one version, and I think it's about time we acknowledge that. And why are we still obsessing over the tailoring when we can actually absorb all of these lessons from the epic? What do you guys think? What is your take on this? Let me know in the comments below.